Watch out for scams. Let's talk about scams. Who's fallen for a scam? I have. Yeah, I knew you were going to raise your hand because you had said everything has happened to you. When I first went overseas, I went to Thailand with my friend. And we went to go see the Grand Palace. And it's a big building. We got big walls, and we walk, and this guy was like, hey, you going to see the palace? And he's like, I'm like, yeah. He's like, it's closed for lunch. I was like, okay. We were like, that doesn't really make any sense. But, I could see, lunch breaks. I mean, many places in Europe, they close for lunch. They like their siesta. It didn't seem out of the ordinary. So we kind of walked, and we looked at both of the big gates, and they were closed. We're like, oh, this must be closed for lunch. So we went on this temple tour, which also ends up going to a suit shop, like a jewelry shop, and like a souvenir shop. Because they get like kickbacks. I actually ended up buying a suit. My friend who knew suits said like we were getting a good deal, and I still actually have the suit all these years later, so not too bad. But we get back, and he drops us off in front of the gate, which is the palace is miraculously open. And it turns out we were at the wrong entrance. So the palace had been open the whole time. We were just coming from the back, so of course it looked like it was closed. So he got us on being naive. I was recently leading a tour in Paris, and I was telling everybody to watch out for all these scams. They have they try to get you to sign papers to donate stuff and ask you for money because they're practicing English. The ring scams, so they'll be like, oh, look, I found this ring. Is it yours? No, well, it's gold, so like, buy it for me, right? All these scams, everyone's like, okay. One guy fell for a scam. I had to like run over in like slow motion, be like, no, and like save him from giving these scam artists all his money. So watch out for scams. You can find a really good list of scams online if you just type in your destination and then scams. And then you'll find forums of people like listing all these scams. Guidebooks, like Lonely Planet lists have a small section of scams. And asking fellow travelers. But if someone's coming up to you and it seems like they're offering you a gold ring, or they're telling you, no, that's closed right now, and it's like the biggest tourist attraction in Bangkok and it's closed, you got to think, have that healthy dose of be suspicious. Have that sort of, seems a little too good to be true, so don't. And that sort of like watch out for con artists. Lock up all your stuff. It's amazing how many people don't travel with locks. Always carry a lock, because if you're taking an overnight train, an overnight bus, or you're staying in a hostel, locking your stuff up is just smart. Because if you're asleep, you can't, or you're not going to be looking at it. I see so many people in hostels leave stuff open. Computers, passports on it. And yeah, maybe no one's going to take it, but who else is walking through that hostel? Hostels are pretty open. You never know who's kind of wandering through. You kind of want to keep track of your stuff. You're worried about pickpockets, right? I don't carry a lot of cash on you. Don't take out like your passport with you. Keep it all locked up and just take out what you need for the day. So if somebody pickpockets you for 20 bucks, you're not like, they got my whole entire wallet. They got everything. Also, you can keep a dummy wallet if you want, like with $5 in expired credit cards, and they think they've scored, everything from you, and they got nothing. Another trick a friend just told me about: keep a piece of paper with 3 like random PIN codes and like write PIN codes, right? Because a card will eat it. Like a machine will eat your card after 3 false tries, right? So this thief is like, hey, wow, the guy was an idiot. He left all his PIN codes, but I don't know which one is which, so let me try all 3. And by the time they get to the 3rd one, the machine has eaten your card and no money has been stolen. So that's a nice little cool tip.